that I was yeah, that was a pervert. That that I like peace in secret and meddling with people. And as soon as I moved out, things changed. I became a little bit more. I became different. I became different in a good way, but I was still bullied. I was getting bullied at the start, but I was challenged and I felt good being challenged. So I used that to my advantage. I used whatever it was to my advantage, and to this day, I felt like it was toxic. It was building up, and throughout my life, that bit by bit, the things that I was doing at elementary wasn't really not so good. It only took me until 5th grade to realize that I hurted somebody, and that took me a while to forgive myself. It took me until my 9th grade year to actually apologize to one of my friends. I lived through so much doubt in my life because all I wanted to do was understand. I wanted to understand my parents as well. I wanted to understand them because they were fighting. I didn't know what for. I've always thought it was always me. I always thought it was something that I did, and I tried to understand it. But I tried to hold on so much that it eventually hurted someone else. They keep on hurting things, and I did not know why. I just tried to be so closed off as a kid, as a young kid, as happy as he can be. He can really be volatile when things don't really seem right. The things that I've watched as a kid or something like that became me being influenced, that I was doing something wrong. And that one of the things that I did wrong that I know was that I was liking someone, and sometimes when you like someone, you can be many things really. But for me, I was actually one of them. I was nervous, glittery, chittery, whatever, crushes and everything. And sometimes I would talk to my counselor, what's the thing people at church say? I think it's a counselor or something. I was in church, but at that time too, like say crushes or anything. That would be my middle school years though. So I would acknowledge things because I would be, by that time I would be in touch with my emotions more and more. But I would touch people or get a grasp on someone, and I would like it, but I would not know. I would only sneak up when it feels right, but it never did really was right. And there's to the point that I was just messing around with somebody, and they liked it too. And then that point that in my life I thought that was sexual assault, and I thought I sexually assaulted someone. At that point in my life, I ditched off of, and I tried to hold on to myself, but the only thing I could actually hold on to myself to do that was eating a whole bunch of junk food and hurt myself. And I would say this, that I would watch porn and masturbate. I would hurt myself through that, and I would cut myself through that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I would say that. It's really been hard because of that. Keep on doing that. People would watch porn and think was fine or anything, but to me it was the most horrific thing I would ever do to myself. And one of my friends, freshman year, we gained up and everything. People would gain up and just watch that stuff, and they say it's fine and everything. People do that and it's okay, but for me, I wanted to be a gentleman. I wanted to be more than that. I wanted to be more than my nature, my feelings or anything. I wanted to be so much more. So I cut that stuff off. And I couldn't cut that off until I was 18. And it was so hard to take that off. Porn addiction is one of the addictions that really is a struggle, because as any of other addictions I have encountered, the only other addiction I had was my drug addiction. But that was kind of easy because it was just medication, little by little. And I finally was, with the right motivation and right inspiration, I was able to get it off. But it was hard to getting it off. Eventually I knew I had MS. Eventually I knew everything. And I was more confused with more questions in my life than ever. It was scary a lot of the times with them, with medications. I've been through so many medications in my life to the point that it nearly broke my mom. And then when that happened, when I saw her crying, it broke me too. And that sophomore year, I changed my entire life. And then at that point in my life, I said, no more. I would not hurt anybody else anymore. I wouldn't give in to helping myself to do anything that in my power to make people happy. And then 6 months after that, I met an amazing person. Someone that was struggling the same way I did. And I helped her, and that made me happy. That made me incredible. But I was learning so much, and I was trying to let go of my emotions on certain things that I could not bear from the past. I had regrets still. I was learning, and I had to let go. As much as I want to be optimistic, as much as I want to be there, I had to put time in myself. I want to help so many people, but sometimes the only person you can help is yourself. And that's good. It's a really good thing. But it hurts. When it hurts, and it hurts, you can't help to hurt someone else in the end. That's why you have to be honest. Honesty is very important. That's why we have to listen. And I'll keep on listening. When I met this person, I had no implication or anything on dating her. All I ever wanted to do was be with her. Until I told her I liked her, and then I just thought we should be closer as friends. And then surprisingly, we became more than friends. And we dated. And I was with her every step of the way. But then she keep on closing me off, and I keep feeling bad. And then until eventually my patience became one of the main strengths that I have today. That all I have to do is wait, listen, and be there. And then the more I keep on going, the more I had to let go. I had to keep on going to something else. The more I close myself off to people, the more I had to let go and change myself, because I don't like closing myself off. I don't like not being honest about certain things. And it was a privilege meeting her. It really was. It was a privilege to getting to know her, to talk to her, to be there in every step of the way. Much as I can be, that is. But I couldn't bear her seeing that I was going through something so rough and so horrible. I couldn't bear her being beside me while I talked the truth. And by December, last time we had a good time, somewhat. We had a good time. I like to think that. So that when I was about to tell her the truth, I was about to tell her that everything, what I've done, what I've been through. And by then I'd probably be a bit more peace. Probably be a different version, or a me that I respect, or let go of the person I was before, all the talks, all the things. But get this, that this toxic person, this person without respect or without negativity or anything, was a person who was trying to understand, was a person who was trying to give in to life, not trying to abuse it, not trying to be a person saying that I'm going to destroy every bit of life that you can ever live or anything you'll ever be. No. All I ever wanted was love. And I had that. I had plenty of it. But mostly I wanted the love for myself. I wanted the respect for myself. I wanted to understand myself. What I've done, what I've did. I should wear a jacket real quick. It's getting cold. I'm really glad this hasn't gotten darker. Really glad. But when she told me everything that was happening to her, I couldn't believe it. And I was spiritual back then. I was more enclosed with the things that I need to do, or things I needed to do in my life that is going to procure the things that I wanted to do. And I never expected to see that no matter what I did, I was going to lose her. If I dated her and I told her that my life, my truth, I wanted to lose her because I had to focus on myself. And the second one, it was a dream that I had. I hated so much. I hated every day of my life. And it was October, and it disgusted me, and it hurted so bad. I couldn't control it myself. And I was hurting because I was hurting more because I was suffering through the loss of my brother, my dog, my uncle, everything that was happening, my MS, everything, every little thing. I got so scared. I had to focus more on myself. I couldn't be there for her because I was so scared about other things, and I was so scared about what I was going to be with her. I wasn't ready at that time. But in December, when December happened, I was ready to finally date, to finally be there. But I wouldn't say that it was ever going to be fake, or I was trying to trick her. I care about her. I cared so much about her. I would do anything to help her. I would do anything to make her happy. I loved her so much. I cared about her so much. I wanted her to be happy as much as she possibly can in one's being of life, or whatever I mean by that. Even when she told me she had a boyfriend, that made me feel happy because I was happy for her. But I could not stand what happened. I was so angry. So angry. I wanted to kill him for what he did. Every part of my body wanted to do that. I was scary. I tried to hold myself off so bad. I was losing conscience of what I was, or who I was going to be. No matter what I was going to do, my initials, my foundation was there, though. No matter what, I could not take a life. But I can hurt someone or damn someone so much to be that way, to feel that way. And I did. And honestly, I'm going to be really honest that I was meditating a lot throughout these months to be a better person. Not these months, the first months that happened when I was really hurt. And the other one was I was also cursing at the guy that happened. That I was so angry. I damned him to feel the pain that I have felt, because and more. And I never did that before in my life. I never damned anybody to feel what I felt in my life, all the pain, all the misery that I had. I hated every bit of my life. I hated myself the most. And to give me another person, I couldn't believe it. I was angry, and then I started to make my understand that about myself, that I don't want to be hippie. Never did want to be hippie. I never want to be free spirit. I just wanted to listen, and I want you guys to listen too. That's the only advice that I'll ever give in my life, is just listen. You don't have to fight. You don't have to love. You don't have to do anything in your life. Just listen and be there if you want. Take a chance. Life is all about taking chances and options, regardless of what you do in your life. Love it, live it, hate it, whatever you may do. Listen to it. Slow down. And to be honest about my dreams is that there was a catch to them. And I don't like being a trickster. I don't like any part of myself that plans things. And I do love planning. I do love making things. And I cannot stop it. And I love it. And I told myself as soon as when I was a kid, I just want to be this incredible person that seems rather crazy as well. And I felt like I'm getting closer and closer to that. I already am that. But I want to be more respected to myself. I want to be refined. I want to be humble. I want to be loved and communicate into love, into aspiration, to leadership. And that's all I've been trying to do this past year. Get a little closer than that. I played guitar, did salsa, did jazz. I did so much. I would do so much this year too. Get my motorcycle license, perhaps. I'm definitely gonna get that. Do taekwondo. I'm gonna start that up this month. Making a foundation of gardening in an incredible way. Perhaps a greenhouse. Really, perhaps a greenhouse. Get shredded. We're just gonna be sick. I do so much. Life is so much more than someone can bottle up. Just let it loose. Yell, scream, whatever. Live and have someone. Listen to someone. Be there. And then the last thing I want to say, that by all of this life, I never once attempted to murder or kill myself in any way until the end of this, to the beginning of last year, 2022. Because I had to let go. I wanted to let go so bad that I wouldn't even take my own life for it. But by doing so, by doing that, because of all that regret, all those pains, every bit of myself, hurting myself, suffering, saying that the reason why I couldn't kill myself, the reason why I couldn't murder myself is that I hate myself so much that I just wanted to suffer. And this solution, this suffering, was my solution. But until the end of the point, till the brink of the point, that I did so, that I tried to attempt to even take my own life. I tried so hard not to, but I had to make it so real, so vividly, that it was gonna happen. It was. Then in that moment, I realized that I loved myself more than I ever could be. That I loved myself, that I respected myself. And by that, I found happiness. And by that, I found peace even more. I tried to understand this word more and more. The more I keep on going, more I keep on pushing, I really don't understand anything at all. All I can do is yell. Yell or scream. Be louder. Keep on going or be quieter. Just make a choice. Live. Love. I feel a little bit more like one of those guys, but yeah, I'm not gonna go too far in that. But I'm super glad that I've said this. And yeah, I really am glad. I had a life. Not the best one, but who would say what is best? Who could say what is the incredible point or something? Maybe I'm born to be some entrepreneur, someone great. I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna be the next day sometimes, and that's just amazing. But I do hope to grab a couple of degrees here and there. I pick someone, have someone in my life to marry, to love, to have kids with, to understand, to listen, to meditate naked, maybe. I don't know. It's always one dream sometimes. But it's been a life, and I want to keep on giving it to it, keep on contributing to it, keep on contributing to helping people, making people smile. I know who I am now. I've known for a long time who I've always been, deep inside. So, last thing, I don't know. There's really nothing else to say. It's been a hard road. I'm glad that you guys, people who know me, people I've been with, stick by my side, and people who had to leave off my side. I hope you guys know this, that I tried to work as best as I could in the ways that I could, and I'm sorry that you had to leave me. Perhaps it's not the end. Perhaps there's another chance. I hope. Well, that's all for me. It's just really about to get dark, and I might have to go back to my car soon, really soon. I don't want to get jumped. Really, next time I'm walking, I really try to get someone to come over, because it does kind of get scary. But then again, it's kind of the joy of it. So I'll see you guys next time in a bit. Thank you so much. I'm probably Dead Space, live streaming Dead Space, probably at the 27th. Definitely at the 27th, maybe, hopefully. All right, I'll see you guys later. Really hoping. Oh shoot, looking forward to it. See you guys.